Hi everybody, this is Casey Wallace back with you for the Empower You Virtual Expo with Tina Jones. Here today we're going to be chatting with Kate Michels and get you introduced to her and what she's going to be presenting about. Also, of course, leading you to being able to get closer to her, giving you all of her contact information. For all of you watching these pre-conference interviews, this expo was going to be, of course, a physical expo, but due to the current situation globally, Tina has decided to pivot this conference onto a virtual conference for all of us. So we're really delighted to be part of this. We, of course, will be doing our presentation as well as several others. And we want to invite you to go to their website, the empoweryouexpo.com website, and you can get involved, learn how to integrate with them and receive all of the links and all of the information so that you can get involved with their presentations. Kate has got an incredible presentation actually for us. We really love this summit, and this is really so spectacular because it's really giving us the tools for us to take charge of our lives and become the creators of our realities by learning how the mind works, how our emotions work, because for so many of us, especially right now, everything is being bombarded towards us, causing us to react with a whole lot of fear, feeling out of control about our lives, feeling chaotic about our lives. And that really helps us or causes us to feel like victims, to feel like we're suffering. And Kate is going to help assist everybody to get out of that. She's going to do a super cool presentation. She's a specialist and a presenter on, I'm going to try to say this correctly, neuro-linguistic practices. I'm going to let Kate correct me if she needs to do that. So without any further delay, I want to get you introduced over to her. Kate, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, and it's Neuro-Linguistic Practices. I am a neuro-linguistic practitioner, and I bring the information from Emotional Wisdom Training Institute to the audience so that people can learn how to respond more wisely to their emotions versus reacting emotionally. And as you mentioned, this is a very emotional time. We're in a very physical time. Our environment is being challenged. And because of our environment being challenged and our physical conditions being challenged, the first thing we're all dealing with is our emotions. And so that's what we're going to be talking about when I do my presentation.
And I deeply appreciate that because it's interesting, you know, with the opportunity that has presented itself for all of us to learn how to go with the flow and to shift and stay in the creative aspect. And of course, reaction knocks us out of that boat. For sure. So your topic is invaluable to people right now, as always. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand, Kate, you know, kind of the difference between reactivity and response. You know, most people aren't even aware that they're reacting. Maybe later they might reflect back and go, yeah, I kind of overreacted to that. They really only understand when they overreact. But reaction in any way is causing us to be out of the creative. We're not in control. We're now in control of what has caused the reaction for us. So as your presentation is, I'm sure, going to bring clarity to everyone.
That's basically what we're talking about, because most people don't even realize that they're choosing their feelings. They think feelings are happening to them. And basically, when you learn more about neuro-linguistic programs that are running inside of all of us, so basically what I talk about is most people think that they're doing neuro-linguistic programming. Well, actually, we're all doing neuro-linguistic programming all the time. The language that's used causes your neurons to run a program. That's what it is, neuro-linguistic programming. As a neuro-linguistic practitioner, I know how to change the language to actually get people to be able to recognize that there's a feeling that they're choosing versus a feeling that's happening to them. And when you move from that realm of happening to choosing, you move from reactive to responsive. You move from victim to creator, as you keep mentioning, right? And that's really where we want to go to. We're in this situation right now. This is a condition. Anytime there's an illness, it's a condition. And so if we can begin to recognize what the condition is, what the symptoms are to the condition, and then realize what it is that we want, we can actually move in a more resourceful way and prepare ourselves, take care of ourselves, equip ourselves, align ourselves. My program is also called Core Alignment Coaching, recognizing that we are body first, physical environment first, our physical conditioning first, our feelings first, and then we are mind, which is our thoughts, which is our beliefs, which is our brain. And then we are heart, which is our unconsciousness, our giftedness, our spirit self, our ability, our intuition. All of that is all part of the three parts of us that make up the whole. So when we're reacting from our feelings, we're coming from that physical body place. When we're reacting from our ego, from our thoughts, we're coming from that mind place. When we get the tools, when we learn how to train ourselves, when we can move into practicing choice, then we can access that intuition. It really does make us possible for us to be unlimitless and to create the situations that we're in to such a way that they support us.
I would love to ask you how long you have been a practitioner with this, Kate, and presenting to people and changing people's lives.
I have been doing neuro-linguistic practice as a neuro-linguistic practitioner since 2004. So I've been doing this for 16 years. I also have been studying psychology and working with the self-help movement since 1980. When I graduated from high school, I knew that what I wanted to do was work with people's beliefs. People tend to believe more than reality, more than the truth. When I was 15 years old and Elvis Presley died, they announced over the radio that he was alone in his hotel room. And then the newscaster went on to say that Elvis Presley lived his whole life feeling like he wasn't loved. And I thought, how could a man who was considered the king of rock and roll, who was loved by everyone around the world, have died believing something that was so opposite of what was true? And I've been doing this work ever since then. And that's what I'm going to support people around, recognizing reality. This is a program based on the reality. It's not based on what do you want, and so what are you going to believe? It's what's real and what's true. And so what choices are you going to make so that you're supporting yourself and making really grounded, realistic choices? Because we are facing conditions all the time. Right now, it's the COVID-19 condition. Sometimes it's the weather that's a condition. Sometimes it's unemployment or our economic situation or our relationship. We're always facing conditions. It's up to us to know how to support ourselves to respond wisely to those conditions, to those choices.
Can you give everybody, please, your contact information, Facebook page? How can we help to funnel the audience towards you?
The Emotional Wisdom Training Institute.com is how you can go to my website to see all of the information. It takes you immediately to my page as well, Kate Michels, and that's without an A, Michels.com, or Kate Michels on Facebook. I also have a radio show that I do every week that you can find on Pandora, Spotify, iHeartTalk Radio. It's called Emotional Wisdom Training. It's catchy. People can usually remember it.
Kate, thank you so much for being here with us and letting everybody get a little bit of an introduction to you. We want to invite all of you to be in attendance for Tina's Virtual Expo, and of course to sit in the presentation that Kate is going to be providing for all of you, generously providing for everybody to help transform anything that is limiting in your life and feeling fully empowered in everything that you are doing. Thank you, Kate, for being with us again on this little pre-conference interview.
Thank you, Casey. It was fun to have this conversation. I look forward to more.
All right, everybody. Again, please check out the website, empoweryouexpo.com, and we look forward to being back with you very shortly with another pre-conference interview. Have a great day.